What's up, everybody? So this is the matches TNA Bound for Glory. We got Jeff Hardy here. I like the face paint. This is the uh, Hardyz versus the Dudleys. Their one final table match. They went through a little video montage here, showing some of their best moments. And Jeff Hardy with the eye looked cool. You got him with the world title, the spinner title on the right, ECW title there on the left. Looks like D-Von's kids right there. D-Von showing off the traps. Looks huge right there. And there's the Sting, little baby Sting right there. You can tell where Jeff Hardy got his inspiration from. There's the WCW's and WWF titles, I believe, at that point in time. NXT, TNA titles, so they're showing off the bling. Look how small D-Von Dudley looks right here. Tiny compared to the other photo. So he's definitely put on a lot of size and lost a lot of size over the years. That's the IWGP tag team titles right there. And 11 years since they last had their last matchup. That's a long time ago. Spike Dudley came out. That was good to see. I thought he would stay around for the match and get involved, but it might have been too much temptation to throw him somewhere. But he gave him the glasses, which were cool, and D-Von gave him to a fan right away. Bubba gave it to the ring announcer, who took him off right away. So they came out. I liked how they were. Jeff Hardy struggling with the ladder right here, but I like how they wear the titles around their chest. Pretty cool. I always like getting the shot of the titles hung up. NXT has pretty cool titles, but TNA is better. I like the old school design of the titles. I don't like how WWE just puts like the W and the letters in their titles and makes them real big. It's too modern, I guess. So Jeff Hardy tried to go for a suicide dive, missed out right away, and then that left Matt in the ring 2v1, and he got messed up. Oh, brother, testify. D-Von went at him, and then there was the whisper in the wind, but they did the Samoa Joe walk away. I never seen them do that, but they had it scouted, which was pretty cool. They went right into Waza. So they were hitting all the hits. So they hit a 3D in the beginning, and then they hit this. They hit the What's Up squarely. And this is pretty much the most you're ever going to see D-Von do, because everybody was wondering what's he going to be able to do in the match. D-Von, get the tables. They had to count 1, 2, 3 because nobody knows how to freaking do it anymore. Then they hit the 3D through the table. Nobody chants 3D, 3D, 3D anymore when they do the move, but that used to be a thing. So now he's in there with a chair, Matt, trying to hit them both, giving them gut shots with the chair, holding them off. This is basically the first shot that the Hardys have had, but that doesn't last very long. He keeps hitting them. This goes on for about, 30 seconds, give or take, before D-Von just overpowers him with fists, because fists are better than chairs, So they shit can him to the outside, and then they go and get more tables, because this is a tables match, remember, but he hits him with the twist of fate on the concrete to the outside, goes for the elbow. D-Von misses, because remember, D-Von is not taking a bump in this match. And then there's the little clothesline from Jeff to Bubba, that flying clothesline, which is kind of a signature move from Jeff. Then they fight a little bit on the outside to set something up. This is what's going on in the inside of the ring. He tries to send him through a table, but this table does not break. And I'm not sure if it was even supposed to. I don't think they gimmicked this table, because the match, he would have been eliminated then. And then when Jeff comes off the top over on this ladder, that would have ended the match. So D-Von actually goes up first here. And, D-Von's afraid of heights, so you're kind of like, what the hell? But they were saying, oh, is D-Von going to get revenge? And we're like, we all know better than that. So they fight. They throw D-Von down. Matt hits him with the chair, and this was the scariest spot of the match. He comes down, and right here you can tell he's very short. And his legs hit D-Von, and he bounces back and hit the back of his head on the bottom rung of the ladder. Bam! That's where he lands. And I thought I saw blood. when he pulls his hand up, but that wasn't. It's how he has his hand wrapped. But I thought there was blood at first because you can see from a couple different angles just how bad this was and where he landed. And I thought, well, he's got a concussion. Like, that's it. But he can't stop the match. He's got to keep going. So, but this is Jeff Hardy. He doesn't care. He's finishing it. He's invincible. So he's getting back up. They go in and hit about 4 chair shots, 2 each. But every time Jeff hits a chair shot onto Bubba, he drops the chair. Like, he can't hold it. He's got some nerve damage in his fingers or something is what it looks like. So they wail on Bubba for a bit. And so I'm guessing this had to be all part of the show because then the match would be over. It wouldn't make any sense what they're doing. So Jeff throws the chair and Bubba gets out of the way. And then it's friendly fire. So twist of fate. Bubba's basically down at this point. And now you think like this is over because it's a swan time and Jeff croutons him again. Like, Jeff just can't hit this move anymore. So, but it's a tables match. They have to go through the table to be eliminated. So Bubba manages to get up and Bubba kind of just turns around. He realizes, like, this is it. It's the end of my career. He ponders life's existences. He thinks about everything that's happened. Memories are flowing, and they have the chairs in their hand, and they're thinking about it, like, don't make us do this. And then I kind of wonder what was going on, but then they show respect to the old warrior. They drop the chairs, and they decide just to go at him and put him through the table and give him an honorable death. And that was kind of cool. I mean, it was a little moment right there. I'm not sure if that was scripted or not. When they went to the victory dance, Matt didn't even seem to be celebrating. Jeff was. They hold up the titles there and, give everybody time to recover. Now, remember, D-Von still hasn't done anything in this match, but he's acting like he's dead because he took the legs of Jeff Hardy earlier on. And so Jeff Hardy and Matt help Bubba up. They help a fresh D-Von up into the ring, and they all get together. They share a moment, and this is where, the fans are chanting TNA and thank you, Dudleyz. And this is a ECW guy. You could see there's a lot of people that are, anybody who's 35 or older basically really understands the full history of these two teams. Generation X and millennials everywhere grew up with these two teams. So wish Edge and Christian could be here. Shout out to them. But unfortunately, they had to sign over there with AEW. So they gave them the boots. This was supposed to be where they shook hands and said, you're the better team. But they didn't do that. Instead, they gave them the boots. This was the ceremonial passing of the torch, if you will. But the team getting it. Now the Hardys have to anoint another team. That's the way it works. So it's going to be interesting to see what team they anoint. They're in NXT, so I'm guessing it's an NXT team. Maybe Fraxium comes back, and then Fraxium goes to the main roster and ends up doing great things. You can see Jeff was very emotional. He realizes his time is not too long down the road. They're going to probably retire in, I would say, 2 years or so. So you never know. A lot of people were holding out their hands to get fist bumps. Bubba obliged, but D-Von didn't. And one last goodbye as they go off the show. And Jeff made sure to go around and shake everyone's hand. Real classy.